Today's cook is Hunter's chicken. This is the stuffed version. This is my personal favorite version because it brings together some of my favorite things: bacon, chicken, cheese, barbecue sauce, and it looks much more impressive than it actually is. So I know that you're going to absolutely love this. So, this is the shopping list that you're going to need to do this. You're going to need some chicken breasts. Make sure they're a decent size because we're going to need to stuff them. The small ones won't suffice. Okay. We're going to want some smoked paprika, some garlic powder, some pepper. Okay. We're going to want some pizza cheese. This is the low moisture stuff. Comes in a block. You could also use the pre-grated one as long as it is the low moisture. If it's those white balls, that is no good. That will just melt and ooze out straight away. You're going to want some oil and you're going to want some smoked streaky bacon because this is what we are going to wrap the chicken in. And then you're going to want your favorite barbecue sauce, whatever that is, it won't matter. So let's cook. The first step is pretty important. It's the preparation of the chicken. And the first step is to get a really sharp knife, put your hand on top of the chicken breast and slice into it. You want to be really careful here because we don't want to go all the way through. So make sure you're careful, slice into it, and then once you feel like you've gone most of the way through, open it up, and then you just take your knife and just tease into it until it becomes quite a flat piece of chicken that you can then work on. So get your cling film, put it on top of the chicken breast and go to town. Now, what we want to do here is we want to tenderize it, but we also want to make it as big as possible because the bigger it is, the more chance you've got of wrapping it around the filling. So we're now going to prep this chicken by putting on our spices. That was paprika, the garlic powder, and the black pepper, a little bit of oil, and then just massage that in because it's going to give you the bit of flavor. Then get your cheese. So I had this block of the pizza mozzarella, low moisture mozzarella, and I just cut it into 4 and I've put it in the middle, nice big piece. And then you gotta go through the process of wrapping it. And this is what I'm saying. The flatter that you can get the chicken, the larger it is, the more you can wrap it around. But here is a tip. Do not make this as tight as possible because what you've got to remember is once the chicken cooks, the chicken is going to tense up, but it's also going to expand. So what's going to happen is it will squash the filling, okay, and the filling will squeeze out. So we want to avoid that as much as we can. So then we got our bacon and we've got to wrap it again. Don't do it as tight as possible, but you want to get as much coverage as possible. So wrap a number of streaks around it as you can to try and prevent it if it does leak out. Okay, as I said, don't do it too tight. Then you're going to get your air fryer, and what I've done here is I put some foil at the bottom just in case the cheese did, start oozing out. We're not going to lose it. It's not going to get caked in the grill. Okay, give the foil a little bit of a spritz with some oil and then put in your Hunter's chicken. I went with 190 and I set it for 20 minutes. So you can see there, start 20 minutes. With a few minutes to go of the cook, I got out this barbecue chicken and I absolutely caked what I had in there in this barbecue sauce. I got out the old silicone brush and made sure that everything was covered because this barbecue sauce is going to caramelize pretty quickly. Okay, pretty quickly. We don't want it to burn. So 3 minutes should be sufficient. Okay, so if your chicken, make sure that your chicken is cooked all the way through. You may need the extra, you may need the 20 to start and then do the 3 minutes after. That's more than okay if that is the case. Then once it's done, you can get a sharp knife and slice it up so you can get that cross section. This is what I was talking about at the start. Kind of looks quite impressive for something that is quite basic, okay? And as you can see, we got a little bit of ooze on one end of the cheese, but you can see that it stayed in there all the way through. And that was because we used that low moisture cheese. If we'd used the white balls of mozzarella pearls, they would have gone everywhere instantly. And this looks good. You serve it up with some chips, it's a great meal. Alright guys, welcome back to today's taste test. Today we did Hunter's chicken, the stuffed version. Okay, this is a super simple recipe, only uses a handful of ingredients, but manages to pack in maximum flavour, maximum taste, and it looks super impressive and looks like you've done so much more than you actually have. Doesn't take too long to cook. We did it in the air fryer. It was only about 20-ish minutes, 24 minutes maybe, I think, in total. Make sure you let it rest a little bit in the air fryer before you bring it out. Then you've got the ability to carve it. You've got that barbecue sauce nicely caramelized over that beautiful smoky bacon. You can serve this up with literally anything you like. I've gone with chips, but mash, veg, whatever you like will go with this, because essentially it's chicken. What doesn't go well with chicken? Let's be honest, right? So I also went for the low moisture mozzarella, so it kind of holds itself. Now, unless you manage to really like super wrap it perfect, there's going to be leakage. There's going to be a little bit of leakage, but with this cheese, it does hold it together somewhat, as opposed to those white balls of mozzarella, the fresh ones. They will ooze. They'll go more liquid. Okay, so you've already seen it, but just for old time's sakes, let's take a look at that. Hopefully that is in focus and you can see the cross sections looking wonderful, looking absolutely golden. Remember to, dunk your plate with a load more sauce. But as I said at the start, this is the taste test, so it would be rude not to have a bit of a taste test. So hopefully that's in focus. I'm never going to get this in my mouth, but that is so juicy. Now I'm going to put the rest of this in my mouth because I want to get the hit of the mozzarella, everything in one. Wow. Lovely, nice, crispy bacon with that caramelized barbecue. Absolutely wonderful. I implore you to give this one a go. You're going to like it. Your family's going to absolutely love it. So let's have a chip and we'll see you next time. Remember, hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that usual good stuff. We'll see you soon. Take it easy.